So the Stellar Development Foundation is the foundation that is behind the promotion of the Stellar blockchain, right? And in our words, we say it is the blockchain for the real world. So we're focused on real world solutions to real world problems. And this year, the Stellar Development Foundation decided to extend its wings, and they extended into Africa. So there are quite a number of chapters on the continent. So we have the Southern African chapter, we have the East African chapter, and we have the West African chapter. So our mandate is very simple. For the Southern African chapter, our mandate has been to promote the adoption of the Stellar blockchain, but also to empower young people. So we have what we call the Ambassador Program. And with the Ambassador Program is where we allow young people to reach out, register as ambassadors to run programs, to develop applications, and just be part of the ecosystem in general. And with that, what we do is that we've got microgrants, right? So we do give out microgrants to young people that are interested in either hosting events or building or whatever it is that they're interested in. And I think at the moment, since we started this year in January, we've got about 180 ambassadors in South Africa and in Zambia, and we will be extending to other countries like Namibia, Zimbabwe, Malawi, just to cover most of the Southern African region, Botswana. So if there are people in here that are interested or have affiliations in these countries, you're more than welcome to reach out to us, and we can explore what type of opportunities we can bring out there. And also so far, with the Stellar Southern African chapter, we do have collaborations with quite a number of universities and institutions, especially in the Western Cape. And we have partnered with Capacity as well. So we are allowing young people to explore and to build applications on the Stellar blockchain. And with that, the applications are actually supported by a grants program. So we have like 3 phases of a grants program. We have the Kickstart, which is the ideation phase, right? You have this brilliant idea and you want to bring it to life. You don't have anything, you don't have an MVP, you don't have anything. You have this idea, so you're allowed to apply for a grant, conceptualize, apply for a grant, and if it goes through, so that is, you're looking at a grant of about $5,000 to $15,000 for your idea. So we have that grants program. Then we also have the Build grant. So this is where now that idea can come to life. Now you've built something and you want to expand it, you want to scale it. So the Build grant is also a grant that starts somewhere from around $50,000 to about $150,000. I'm not sure if I have my Stellar guys in the house. Do we have Stellar here, guys? Awesome. So I think we actually have some grant recipients, I think, from Johannesburg, right? We have a startup that received a Build grant. So we're not just talking shop. It's things that are actually happening. And also we do have now what we call the marketing grant. So the Build grant goes from $50,000 to about $150,000, and then we have the marketing grant, which can go up to $500,000. So the chapter is here to support you, right? To support you to build, to support you to grow, and to support you to excel. We have about, I think, more than 5 projects ever since we started that have applied to the Stellar Development Foundation and the Stellar Community Fund. So we are making a lot of progress. Not to, I think, take a lot of your time, and also with the Southern African chapter, we also do support events like this ones, because we want to make sure that the information and the knowledge is spread out there about blockchain and the possibilities of this technology and what it can do to actually improve our lives, especially on the continent. And proudly, I think this year as well as a chapter, we supported a number of startups. I think we had one of our partner startups going to Toronto. We had sent a number of ambassadors to Brazil not very long ago. So we are making sure that we support the growth of our ecosystem. So I think I've got a lot of time left, but thank you so much for listening. I don't know if there are any questions.
Hi there. Do you have a platform for the teams that you invest in to present their work and ask for outside investment?
So not at the moment, but we are open to those opportunities, right? So far, obviously, it's only through the Stellar Development Foundation, and obviously it's the Discord channels and other platforms. But locally, we do not have any partners yet, and we are open to partnerships.
My question is, I wanted to understand, how do you guys differentiate yourselves, considering there's so many layer ones and layer twos out there? I think plus 100 blockchains. There's a blockchain launching every 2 weeks. So I wanted to find out, how do you guys differentiate yourselves? Why should developers come to you?
Okay, so that's a brilliant question. I think I've interacted within my, my few dinosaur years of being in this space. I've interacted with a lot of blockchains, worked with a lot of blockchains, and the driving factor with Stellar is that Stellar has decided to go local, right? So the chapter itself determines what is good for the region. So it's not like we're being told to say, this is what you must focus on. So we look at each chapter and it's tailor-made to say, this is what we're going to achieve as a chapter, and we're not vanishing anytime soon because we're already building a lot of momentum. So it's the people on the ground that matter. We're not here for the hype. We're not here for, the back. We're here to make sure that we have real-life solutions to real-life problems on the continent.
If we don't have any more questions, thank you so much, Yaliwe.
Thank you for
I
having
think
me.
the room is satisfied. Thank you so much for what you've shared with us today.